My Little Caboose, Blue is Magic, by DarkWing. Chapter 3, Thinking Time. After roughly 30 minutes of back and forth between the doctor and Caboose, the doctor finally had his results. Well, he certainly is strange, and a little disoriented, but I believe that this is due to the crash, the doctor explained. He is free to leave now.
Let's have a party to celebrate his good health, Pinkie Pie said, letting out a large gasp. Pinkie, we don't even know him, Rainbow Dash said. Why should we throw a party for him? I don't know, Pinkie answers truthfully. I think he's kind of nice. A little weird. But who doesn't like being weird sometimes?
Pinkie Pie then cartwheeled into the room Caboose was in.
How did you do that?
Is it magic?
Twilight couldn't help but smile.
Thank you, Dr. Stables. Come on, Caboose. It's time to get out of here.
But the bed is so comfy, Caboose whimpered.
Yeah, but we're throwing you a party, Pinkie said, giggling. Where? Caboose said.
On the bed?
No, silly. Where would you get that idea?
Pinkie said, raising her brow, still smiling.
Oh, just my friend Tucker,
Caboose said.
Well, he's not really my friend, but he always says he has parties with my sister in his bed. One time, I asked him if I could come, and he said only 2 people were allowed, and occasionally a 3rd person, like my mother, could go too.
Whoever heard of a party with that few people? Pinkie asked.
That is exactly what I said,
Caboose agreed. He then noticed her mane.
Is your hair made of cotton candy?
No, it just looks like it, Pinkie giggled,
tilting her head to the side to give Caboose a better look.
Come on, guys. Let's get out of here. The doctor said Caboose is free to go, Twilight said. He needs this room for other patients.
Alright then, just let me pack my things, Caboose said.
What things?
Fluttershy asked apologetically.
When I found you had nothing near you. Don't tell me I left one of your belongings there.
Well, I guess I'm done packing then,
Caboose said, jumping out of the hospital bed.
I always feel good after packing my stuff up. Hey, what is that?
Caboose sprinted out of the room faster than he had ever run before. Something ain't right with that boy, Applejack said.
Oh well, let's go get him before he causes any damage, groaned Twilight.
The girls soon caught up with Caboose, who was demanding a lollipop for being in the hospital.
I'm sorry, sir, but the lollipops are for the little ones,
the receptionist stated.
Please, I made a good boy this year, Caboose pleaded. I promise.
The receptionist rolled her eyes and gave in.
Fine, you can take one, but only one.
I hear 2,
Caboose yelled, taking 2 and walking up to Pinkie Pie.
Here you go, I got one for you.
Pinkie Pie was never given anything by a stallion before unless it was her birthday. Pinkie Pie blushed slightly and kissed Caboose on the cheek.
Aw, thanks, Caboose,
Pinkie Pie said, glancing over at the bowl of lollipops.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Pinkie Pie ran up to the receptionist at the counter and asked if she could have a lollipop. The receptionist decided she would stop arguing and just give the bowl to her. Pinkie Pie then hopped happily back to Caboose and gave him the entire bowl.
This is the single greatest moment of my life,
Caboose said, blushing.
No, not that. No, wait. That one was pretty good too. I like where this moment is going.
Pinkie Pie and Caboose moved towards the doorway of the hospital, both munching on lollipops.
This one is blue, just like you, Pinkie Pie said.
Oh my gosh! Caboose yelled. You can talk!
The girls stood back, staring at the pair as they skipped out the door.
It's like having a second Pinkie Pie,
Rarity asserted.
I got a bad feeling about this one, girls,
Applejack said, frowning.
You got that spine-tingling sensation too? Twilight asked.
All the girls shared a nervous giggle.
Equestria is doomed,
Twilight said jokingly, as the mares got over their shock and hurried after the dynamic duo.
So, when is this party going to happen?
Caboose asked.
It's a surprise, Pinkie giggled.
A surprise?
Caboose yelled with excitement, grabbing onto Pinkie's hooves, spinning in circles.
And it's not even my birthday! You are amazing!
You're pretty amazing yourself, Pinkie Pie said, winking at him.
Only 2 people have ever said that to me before,
Caboose said.
And you are the first.
Applejack laughed. I have to admit, his innocence kind of makes him fun to have around.
I have to say,
Rarity said, watching Pinkie Pie and Caboose prance in circles.
Out of the 6 of us, Pinkie Pie is the one I least expected to find a stallion that matched her personality so perfectly.
Yeah, Twilight agreed, beginning to get a little worried.
Hey, Caboose, I don't mean to bother you, but do you have any real friends?
Caboose stopped dancing with Pinkie Pie and looked over at Twilight. He then looked at the ground and placed the bowl of lollipops down beside him and sat on the grass. Caboose was always caught up doing things Church and Tucker always wanted to do that he never really thought about how close they actually were.
Well, the only two people I usually talk to are Tucker and Church. But Tucker is always mean to me, and Church is a bit too serious, so I never really felt that close to him. I think the only reason I call him my friend is because he doesn't yell at me all the time,
Caboose said somberly, beginning to tear up.
I guess the answer to your question is no. I don't have any real friends.
You don't know anybody else?
Rarity asked.
Not really. I mean, there are a few people that live near me at Church and Tucker, but they're always yelling and calling me names. I don't like them very much,
he said, now realizing that his old life wasn't that great and that nobody truly appreciated him.
If you excuse me, I think I want to be alone now.
And with that, Caboose walked away, head down, sniffling softly to try and find a place to think.
What is wrong with you ponies? Why would you say something like that?
Pinkie Pie yelled.
He barely came out of the hospital 10 minutes ago and you guys are already making fun of him? Pinkie, we're just...
Twilight started to object, but Pinkie Pie ran after Caboose in an effort to catch up with him. Twilight couldn't help but feel a strong pang of guilt.